I want to look into the case of Vallow Daybell. This is all my opinion, not facts. Okay, so first of all, she is married to Chad Daybell, who is a doomsday author. She's known as the Doomsday Cult Mom, and she's already been charged along with him for the death of two of her children, who was found in his backyard. Now she's on trial for the death of her fourth husband, who was unalived by her brother, who had claimed it was self-defense, saying that he had came at him with a bat. But let's just look at the timeline now. So it's a lot of stuff in this case. So first we're going to start 2017. She starts reading Chad's doomsday books, and she starts, like, her behavior starts to change, they say. April of 2018, her third husband dies. She's still married to Vallow. He's still alive. But reading Chad's books, and now her third husband dies. October 2018, Chad and Lori meet in person for the first time at a religious conference. In February of 2019, Charles Vallow files for divorce. He was saying that he was fearing for his life and the kids, for their safety, saying that her behavior was getting really weird, and she was saying weird things. She threatened to kill him. She said she was something about a God preparing for a second coming, and he was pleading with the authorities for a mental health check or intervention, but she was deemed competent at the time. So that was February of 2019. July of 2019, he winds up being shot by Alex Cox, her brother, claiming self-defense, saying that he tried to attack him with a bat. No CPR was given, and the police weren't called for 43 minutes. September 2019, Lori, Alex, and the kids moved closer to Daybell. September 8th, 2019, they all visit Yellowstone National Park. There's family photos. That's the last sign of life for her little girl, Tylee, who was, I believe, 17. The next day, her brother's cell phone shows that he was in Daybell's yard for 2 hours in the morning. And the same day, Chad texts his wife, Tammy, that he shot a raccoon and buried it in the pet cemetery that they have in their backyard. September 22nd, a couple weeks later, the little boy is last seen alive at school and by friends in the home. The next day, Lori tells her friends that he had to be taken away, allegedly because he was being a zombie. Alex's cell phone was found in Daybell's yard once again. So Vallow calls the school, Lori calls the school, saying that she's going to homeschool him and that the school won't be seeing him anymore. So from there, October 2nd, Brandon Boudreaux, the ex-husband of Lori's niece, is shot at in a drive-by shooting, but he escapes unharmed, and whoever it was driving Charles Vallow's car. On October 9th, 2019, Tammy Daybell, Chad's wife at the time, calls 911 after being shot at with a paintball gun in her driveway. October 19th, 10 days later, Tammy dies at age 49 in her sleep, and it's ruled as natural causes. Now, November 5th, 2019, Lori Vallow marries Chad Daybell on a beach in Hawaii. Later that month, JJ's grandparents called the police about not being able to contact their grandson for months, and an investigation is opened. Then, let's see, a couple weeks later, December 11th, Alex Cox, her brother, dies of natural causes at 51, she claims something about a blood clot in his lung. Narcan was found in his system, which is the overdose drug. And the next day, Tammy's body was exhumed, and they ruled asphyxiation, homicide by asphyxiation with her. So from there, this is a crazy timeline. So January 2020, they searched the property of Daybell. I don't think they find anything yet. February 2020, she's arrested after being unable to produce the children to the authorities. And then, let's see, June 2020, the kids' remains were found on Chad's property. May of 2023, she's found guilty of both the murders of her children and Tammy Daybell. And fast forward to April 2025, we have the opening of Charles Vallow's trial, and she's now being tried for his murder. And I find it funny on the bottom of the deck, marriage, wedding. So let's see. Is she guilty? I'm going to start off with one or two cards from here, and I'm going to pull tarot. Motel, hotel. Gives me vibes of like trying to hide out somewhere. Organized crime. So in this case specifically, the fact that she didn't have to do with the death of her brother, she wasn't there, but they think that she planned it. So definitely, I believe, organized crime. I think that's showing, you know, right away. Also, running away. That's when they tried to go, you know, escape to Hawaii. Does that make sense with the hotel, motel, and cult? Like we said, the cult mom here. Life insurance is the very reason that they're saying that she did that with Charles Vallow, that she wanted the life insurance policy. So for this to come out for this is pretty wild. Okay, let's pull some tarot. This right here already makes me think, allegedly, that she is guilty. I mean, you know, before even pulling the cards, I would say that, you know, obviously something's wrong there. Very, very wrong. Ten of Swords. Ten of Swords literally could be that act, you know. An ending, a painful ending. Alright, let's see. Let's see what we get now for, let's see what the story is. Money, wanting to save money, hang on to money, get money, being stressed out about money. So it does make sense with, you know, she's being accused of wanting the life insurance. Page of Wands, this is being inspired to do something, to go forward with something that you're passionate about. So it's like climbing that mountain, trying to get somewhere. Page of Pentacles, trying to learn something as well. I almost feel like this kind of is on the cult vibes. This coming out with the cult card. Just because Page of Pentacles, this is like about learning things and, you know, going for something, learning things. It's kind of like whatever weird thing is in her head, these cult thoughts, like, you know, it's almost like these thoughts keep going in her head and she's thinking she could just keep climbing and keep going. And I don't know, it's like she thinks that she's on a divine mission. Nine of Cups reversed. This is a wish fulfillment card reversed. It's like not getting your way. So, you know, trying so hard. This is wild because it's kind of like they tried to wipe everyone out of the way, allegedly, so they can have this relationship. But it's coming out in reverse. It's like not quite getting your wish because it all, you know, they got caught and now they're, you know, their lives are pretty much going to be in jail or, yeah. Ace of Swords and Strength coming out. Like, she thinks that she's going to be successful, I think. But sometimes with Ace of Swords, too, you know, this gives me the vibes. Yes, this definitely, like, she definitely was part of the plan here. Strength coming out. Why is Strength coming out? Especially in this deck, vibes of, like, being in the hospital. This almost gives me the vibes of trying to make it look like, trying to confuse people. This also is a card of mental clarity. Trying to confuse people, trying to make things look like medical accidents that weren't. Six of Cups reversed. This has to do with the children. I feel being, reversed. The children being gone. Ten of Wands. She does think she's on this mission. She just thinks, like, I don't know what's driving her or, like, where she's getting these wild, and crazy thoughts from. The Lovers. It's like these plans to go forward with this man and whatever his crazy ideals might be. Death in reverse. Yes, trying to avoid this ending. For him, he actually got the death penalty. So, wanting to try to avoid that. King of Wands reversed. This is like an angry man, a lot of anger and aggression. When King of Wands is reversed, it's explosive. Trying to make it look like this is like a public card. Trying to make it look like to the public like nothing's wrong, everything's fine. Seven of Cups, different options regarding happiness, different paths to take, and this is the path that they took. But it didn't work. The Moon is reversed. Everything came to light. What they thought they could get away with, it all came to light, and now they're suffering. Six of Pentacles. This is about balance, the Six of Pentacles. So definitely also needing help. Sometimes it's either giving aid or needing aid. So right now I think this is kind of like needing aid, and she's representing herself too, which is wild. Why is she representing herself? The Magician and Knight of Cups reversed. Okay, so Knight of Cups reversed is, this is usually like an offer coming in. Reversed is not getting the offer that you want. So she thinks with the Magician that she can make this magic, basically that she could get herself off, I feel like. Or, definitely with that Knight of Cups reversed. So no offer coming in. She doesn't want, the offer of, another. She's already serving. Queen of Swords reversed, literally, when Queen of Swords is reversed, literally is a murderess. So, allegedly, in my opinion, I say yes, absolutely, she's guilty. We'll see what the courts have to say. But the puppeteer, because she wasn't actually involved. She wasn't there when it happened, but she orchestrated it, and that's what she's on trial for right now. So, I feel like she's definitely guilty, has definitely something, to do with this, and especially with all the other ones around it. I mean, there's got to be guilt in every which one. Eventually they figured out that Tammy Daybell, I don't know if I said that, they exhumed her body, and they found that it was asphyxiation by homicide. I mean, homicide by asphyxiation. Sorry. All right, I'm going to say, let's see, I would like to see what was the story on the night of when he was in the presence of her brother, Alex Cox. Let's see. Let's see if we can see the story there. Again, some of these same cards coming out here. So here I have past, present, future, the situation, what's hidden. It's kind of like the advice or hopes and fears, and then the potential outcome here. So starting out, King of Pentacles, feel like that is Mr. Daybell himself. I don't know how much he made with selling his books and things like that, but if he didn't make a lot, maybe they did, like I said, the life insurance money, they're saying it had something to do with the life insurance money. Sometimes King of Pentacles could come out for greed. So in the past, they're being agreed coming up. Present, the Tower reversed. So trying to avoid this destruction, trying to stop the building from crumbling, you know, trying to avoid this disaster. It's like disaster, chaos, trying to keep it together right now, which is makes sense in the courts. Near future, Queen of Swords reversed. Well, they shouldn't let her out. Queen of Swords reversed again. That's like, Queen of Swords reversed is a very angry woman, and with the sword reversed it's sometimes a very dangerous woman and could even be like a murderess, like I said. The situation coming out, Seven of Wands reversed. This is kind of losing the fight though, trying to build a lot of obstacles, but right now she's losing the fight. She's losing the battle. What's hidden? Maybe she really thinks that she can get out of jail and, you know, have this happy life one day. This gives me vibes. The vibes of this card literally is like someone being like sad because like money's not everything, but this gives me almost like jail vibes here, with the look of it, and in this, the way it's hitting me in this reading. So I feel like, you know, thinking maybe she could get out from behind bars and enjoy, you know, have all this money. It's what she's trying to do. Knight of Cups reversed, though. Once again, the offer not coming in. Like there's not going to be an offer to, you know, to get her out of it or anything like that. But she's still going to keep trying. It's puppeteer. Still going to keep trying to, you know, pull the strings and, you know, orchestrate what she's trying to orchestrate. She thinks that she did say that she thinks that she's some sort of a god or something like that. So, you know, this is her trying to control the situation, being on her mission. I want to know, though, will they find her guilty? And I want to actually use a different deck for that. What's going to happen in the trial? Will they find her guilty? Seven of Pentacles. I think so. So Seven of Pentacles is like planting seeds for something. Planting the seeds for something to grow or something to happen. Like, so that gives me the vibes of like, yes, trying to plan what happened. And the Lovers, Ten of Pentacles, the Hanged Man, and Death card coming out. It says it right there. Yeah, I think she will be convicted here. Ten of Pentacles also can come out for greed. It's a lot of abundance. Sometimes this could be, you know, too much of it could be a greed thing. Coming out with the Lovers, you know, so her and her husband, you know, being greedy, wanting that money. It probably was the life insurance thing, allegedly. Seven of Pentacles, planting the seeds to get that money. The Hanged Man, though, kind of like getting caught and getting hung for it. Oh, wow, I didn't see this one too. Yeah, look at that. So the Eight of Swords, like being in jail. And the Death card here. So, you know, the Death card came out before the jail card. So it's like, you know, the crimes that were committed here and then paying the price for it. So, in my opinion, she's definitely guilty. We'll just have to see what the courts say. Remember, this is all my opinion only, for entertainment purposes only.